Now let's talk about some power rankings. Weekly on the MLB on Fox Twitter account, I come out with power rankings. Once a month, typically, I like to talk about them on this show. Now, for those of you that do follow along, last week there was a team on it. Now, I'm not going to name any names, but people weren't happy. So this week, I have my updated power rankings, and I want to talk about it on this show, and I'm going to bring back out my producer, Conrad, to talk about some of my top 10 teams.
All right, Ben, let's get into it. Number 10, the Philadelphia Phillies.
The Phillies are a new entrant to this list, and they're the hottest team in baseball. I couldn't leave them off my list. I was just finding ways of how to get this team on the list. They're the hottest team. They've won 8 in a row, 10 of their last 12. They're now in first place in the NL East, beating everybody they play, so I had to have them in, and they are number 10.
All right, going on to number 9, the New York Yankees.
Look, the Yankees have been playing great baseball since the deadline. I think they were kind of underperforming all year. They haven't been great. They're not the leaders in the AL East like everybody thought they would be, but they go out and get 2 big pieces at the trade deadline. It's kind of like a shot in the arm for the team. They start playing great baseball, and now look, now they're back on the top 10 power rankings.
All right, going to number 8, the San Diego Padres.
I love the Padres. I love them. I think they're a complete team. Tatis is out right now, which isn't helping them. They're not playing fantastic baseball, but they have a good rotation. Blake Snell just punched out half the team the other night when they played. Half his outs were strikeouts. So if he can pitch well, this team is dynamite with him pitching well. So I love the Padres, and I like them where they are.
All right, number 7, the Toronto Blue Jays.
Yep. Right after the trade deadline, I don't know if you remember this, I went on record, made a little bold prediction that I think the Blue Jays make a little run and make the playoffs. They end up with that wild card spot. You know what they've been done since I said that? Made a little run. So here they are. They've won 8 of their last 10 games. They're right on the heels of the Red Sox and the Yankees in that division. They add some big pieces to that rotation and that bullpen, and they are playing great baseball right now. So I like them to beat anybody in baseball right now.
Got it. Number 6, the Milwaukee Brewers.
Look, since the Brewers added Willy Adames earlier this year, they have been, I think, right up there with the best teams in baseball. Their record has been incredible since acquiring him. Their pitching staff is the best in baseball. They're back into the bullpen with Williams, and Josh Hader is right up there with the best in baseball. Their lineup is putting up runs, and when you're pitching well and hitting well, that's a scary combination. I love the Brewers, and if there were a dark horse, a team that I would predict to win the World Series that's not the top of the line one, it is the Milwaukee Brewers.
Okay. Next up at number 5, we have the Houston Astros.
Yeah, the Astros, look, I got to see them in person play the Dodgers the other day. An awesome series. They end up splitting that short 2-game series. The Astros offense is still the best in baseball in terms of runs scored. The only team in baseball with over 600 runs scored. Their offense is elite. And look, they're just coming off a bit of a struggling series against a team they should have beat. It's been the weirdest thing with them all year. They're like playing 500 ball against teams they should beat up against, and then dominating the best teams in baseball. And they are just that. They are one of the best teams in baseball.
Got it. This one can't be right. I'm seeing number 4, the Chicago White Sox.
Yes, a big jump from where I had them last week at number 30. No, look, the White Sox are the team that if I had to go out on a limb and predict who's gonna be in the American League, who's gonna win the championship in the American League and get to the World Series, right now it's got to be the White Sox. They're the most complete team in the American League in terms of having the rotation they do that's first in ERA and a bunch of other stats. Their rotation is the best in the American League. Their offense is getting healthier. Eloy Jimenez comes back, hits 2 bombs the other night. They get Luis Robert coming back this week. This team is getting healthy. They're getting dangerous. And then you have Kimbrel and Hendricks at the back end of that bullpen. Are you kidding me? I love the White Sox.
All right, man. Number 3, we have the Tampa Bay Rays.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how the Rays do it, but they continue to do it. They continue to just be better than everybody else. Everybody likes to talk about the other teams in the AL East while they're just 4 games up in it. They're the leaders by 4 games. They get Nelson Boomstick Cruz, put him right in the middle of that lineup, and they just take off. Now in first place in the AL East. Man, they're good.
Yep. Number 2, those Los Angeles Dodgers.
Look, this one's self-explanatory. I think on paper, they have the best roster in baseball, and since acquiring Scherzer, Trey Turner, this team's playing great. I love the Dodgers, and they have on paper the best roster in baseball.
And then number 1, the San Francisco Giants.
You know what's beautiful about this? Baseball isn't played on paper. It's played on the field. You know who's playing better on the field than anyone? The Giants. And I love the Giants. They just keep beating up on everybody. They're so fun this year. The rotation is dynamite. They get Chris Bryant. They're going for it. And they are still 3 months running, I feel like, the best team in baseball. So that is my top 10. Conrad, thanks for joining me. The top 10 list is the Phillies at 10, the Yankees at 9, Padres at 8, Blue Jays, Brewers, Astros, White Sox, Rays, Dodgers, and Giants. Now look, this one was tough for me. There were a few teams that just missed the cut. There were. The Red Sox, the A's, and the Reds all just missed the cut this week. 3 teams that are playing really good baseball. This week for me was the toughest in my power rankings, having those teams playing so well. The Reds are playing awesome. Joey Votto's banging all over the place. And you got the Red Sox and the A's doing what they do best, just playing great baseball all around. So those teams just missed the cut, but that is my top 10 updated power rankings list. Thanks for watching. If you love flipping bats, swinging 3-0, or just talking ball, join us. Call us at 213-537-9339 with your questions. We have a weekly guest, and we have a lot of fun, so hit that subscribe button.